Tucked away in this relatively quiet neighborhood is a gateway to England's historic network of canals. Just down this brick alley in the city of Oxford, college cruisers rent the unique vessels that cruise the canals. They're called narrowboats. We're Wendy and Lawrence. Why not join us as we live and cruise a very historic canal on this 58-foot narrowboat over the next week? This is our first time seeing one in person.
Oh, we have 2 bathrooms?
And how they managed to squeeze everything into a width of 7 feet, it's just amazing. Narrowboats are uniquely designed to navigate the English Canal network. The canals are made up of over 2,000 miles of navigable inland waterways. They're nearly 300 years old. We're on the Oxford Canal, one of the first canals ever built. Starting in Oxford, we're told we can only make it as far as Banbury, a famous canal town. But we're here for the experience and on a sort of personal mission. This is our first time casting off, and quite frankly, we're a little befuddled.
All right, so we need to untie.
No, we need to start the engine first.
Oh, we need to start the engine first. Okay.
Right.
See? Wait, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
So I take it to this thing?
Take it to the heater.
Take it to the heater, okay. I'm gonna turn it on.
Right, let it
To
sit in
the
the heater for a couple of seconds.
I can't let it sit in the heater.
It's there.
It is?
Yeah, now you're gonna turn it over to start it.
All
Okay,
right,
now we cast.
now we cast.
Do you want to do the back?
I'm gonna,
I'll come with you.
Michael must wonder if we paid any attention at all. We nearly forgot our mooring pin.
okay, hang on, I'll get it, baby.
It's obviously going to be a long day.
See, all these things I already forgot, baby. All right. Ship ahoy, matey. Is it on?
Yep.
Oh. Look at you, babe. Pretty damn straight for me.
So this is it. It's just us, baby. This
Just us.
This is a little scary.
Very scary.
I can't believe they're trusting us to do this.
This narrowboat adventure dates back to 2023, and we have released a video about this already, but it didn't include all our nerve-wracking mistakes and mishaps.
This is so wild.
And this video, well, it presents them in all their uncomfortable glory.
Well, I can't believe that we managed to make it this far and not hit it. Ah!
Did we just jinx ourselves?
Should I try, babies?
Yeah.
Well, right now you got it where we should have it, right?
But when we get past this boat, you can go a little bit faster if you want to. You're so good.
Go this way.
Pull, yeah, pull towards you. That's right. Push it towards me.
The Oxford is a difficult canal to learn on. It's not the widest, and boats are moored everywhere.
Towards me.
What did I just hit?
The bridge.
After bumping into the bridge, our narrowboat is heading directly towards the moored boat. We've only been cruising for maybe 15 minutes, and I really don't know what I'm doing. All I do know is we really don't want to hit the moored boat.
You got it, don't worry.
Good save, baby. This is good. I should keep messing up so that you save us. Okay, you did a good job. That was really cool. That was really cool how you saved us, baby.
Willow trees are common on the canals, certainly on the Oxford. With Wendy and I being new to the canals, we really love the experience of cruising through the hanging branches. Pictures and videos really don't do the canal's beauty justice. It's sort of like a canal bubble of beautiful colors, reflections, and its very own peaceful world.
Well, baby.
It's not long before we come to our first lock, Wolvercote Lock, lock number 45. Wendy really wants to learn how to operate the locks, so she'll do this one. We'll see a lot of these, so let's talk about what they are and how they work. Canals are self-contained bodies of water, built at different levels based on the terrain. Locks allow boats to go up and down from one level to another. In this case, we're going up, so Wendy opens paddles to allow water into the lock to fill it. At first, the water is let in slowly, eventually opening the paddles all the way. You can certainly see when they are, and when you're in the narrowboat, feel the difference. And yes, most locks are manually managed. While in the lock, the narrowboat really can't go anywhere, so I'll get off and help Wendy.
I think it's still filling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go back.
Okay. You're doing an awesome job, baby.
The lock gate won't open until the water in the lock is level with the canal we're moving onto. How do you know when the water is equalized between the two? If the lock gate moves if you lean on it with all your body weight, it's ready. Simple, effective engineering from the late 1700s.
Well done. Take him out.
Voila!
And just like that, we're cruising again. Through a flock of swimming ducks. Working out how to open stubborn lift bridges.
Where's the windlass?
And nearly forgetting our windlass. And learning how to give way and pass oncoming narrowboats. Pretty scary in the beginning.
Don't be panic behind me, you okay?
The canal world of overgrown nature-consuming walls and towpaths makes even the more modern-looking bridges seem idyllic. Decommissioned lift bridges dot the system of canals, and while the bridge itself is gone, the narrow stone and concrete structure remains, narrowing the canal and testing new and experienced boaters alike. And when the canal opens up, you're given scenes like this: Duke's Cut Junction. You go to the left to join the Thames River, but we need to go straight to head north on the Oxford Canal. It's the locks that really make you feel the slower pace of canal life. Patiently waiting your turn to enter and use the lock, and yes, this is how slowly narrowboats move in and out of the locks. We need to speed this up a bit. It's getting late and we don't even know where we're going to moor tonight. This is only our second lock, but Wendy's moving around with the confidence of a seasoned boater. At 5 foot 4 inches, it's our deepest lock yet. Boaters are waiting behind us, and I'm pretty sure they're waiting ahead. The waiting boaters from below come up and help with the lock, as you do in the narrowboat world. With all this help, it's not long before we're cruising north, but Banbury is looking pretty far away. We've decided we're going to moor near Kidlington, just north of Roundham Lock. Lock number 42 to be precise. Mornings on the canal are something special. Watching nature quietly waking up, slowly bringing life to the canal. People walking dogs along the towpath. Others using it to go to work. You can feel the world quickening its pace. There's a rule that engines can't be started and boats shouldn't be moved before 8 a.m. And as soon as that hour is struck, the canals move into top gear for the day. It's nice to see what can be considered a working boat on the canals. A hotel narrowboat where guests can enjoy the canals without the burden or the challenges of navigating it themselves. This whole time, I've only been a few boat lengths away from Wendy and our moored narrowboat.
Hey lady, stop messing with my boat. So tell me what happened, baby.
Well, apparently you're never allowed to leave the boat because I was trying to get dressed and a nice woman knocked on the window and said hello, which is unusual. So I opened up the curtain and she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but your front is adrift into the water." And I went, "Oh, thank you very much." And I quickly got dressed and I rushed out here and found the center line and pulled the boat forward or back to shore, and that's when I noticed that both pins were gone. And yeah, so I managed to fish them out of the water. The rope and the pins were still attached, thankfully. And I just finished pounding them back in. So yeah.
Now that Wendy has saved the day, it's time to head into Kidlington, explore it a little, and get some groceries. It's a short 10-minute walk into a town center that's small and certainly cute. And has everything you could possibly need. For us, that's a Tesco grocery store.
So, we're doing the tradition of narrowboaters by buying our shopping and then having to carry it all the way back to the canal. See, look, here it is.
And be very careful because that is the bag with my wine in it.
Yes.
So it's of utmost importance and priority.
See, that's it. You live in a life, it's a balance. You're afraid if you mess up, but you're honored to be carrying it because it's so important. So this is really easy for us because like right now, we just have 2 bags of groceries, shopping. But I can't imagine if you had to do 2 weeks, 3 weeks worth of shopping in a go, carrying this all the way back to your narrowboat. That would be a lot of work. So with that said, we'll see you back at the narrowboat.
By the time we've unloaded the shopping, it's early afternoon, and we need to get cruising.
That'll do. Come on back.
That'll do, pig! That'll do, pig! You remember that?
I remember that.
Although it's only our second day on the narrowboat, our confidence has grown and it appears like we know what we're doing. You're supposed to pass moored boats slowly, or in tickover, where the engine is barely engaged. This should stop our wake from rocking the moored boats and consequently pulling their mooring pins out of the ground. It also gives you plenty of time to check out the other narrowboats. This narrowboat is sort of famous with the colorful paint scheme and all.
So now we're going on to what's known as the super highway of canals, and you're allowed to take your speed up to a whopping 4 miles an hour. Yes, don't try this at home and make sure you have your safety goggles on at all times. Yeah, but you have to go through on tick over speed, as I mentioned back there, so you don't bump and bang people's boats against the shore and to stop erosion. But quite frankly, I think people weren't following the whole tick over thing because we got bumped a lot last night, not in a good way. So do you want to have a go at this baby?
I was actually thinking maybe I should.
These are big canals. Do you want me to wait till you get on a straight, or do you want to? on, let me straighten you out because I'm 10 years to the wall here. Okay, you got it?
Oh.
It's all yours.
Okay. So, I need to go this way. And then I need to come back. Then I need to go this way.
Yeah.
Then I need to come maybe to center.
There's a reason Wendy needs to talk through steering the narrowboat. They're steered with a tiller, and when you push it to the right, the boat goes to the left. When you push the tiller to the left, the boat goes to the right. It can be pretty confusing at first. We cruise past a Bickerstaff boat. This boat builder was quite famous a few years ago. I think the founders of the company may have since retired. And we're approaching an iconic pub on the Oxford Canal, but not before we get our very first and very young gongoozler. We don't have much time to enjoy the Jolly Boatman before we make our next silly mistake. We're looking for a water point or a place to fill your tank with water. The problem is, we don't know what they look like. The map says there should be one ahead, but we're still getting used to reading it as well.
So that was bridge 223. So the water point should be up here on the left. Yeah, right here. See the green pole?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what that means?
Yeah, well that's water.
So we want to be by the green pole, right?
Yes, because the hose
And then
is
we
on
should
the
be able to do rubbish too.
Yeah, see like the second one, oh, I don't put it in there.
We think these green poles are the water points, but there isn't much room to pull in. None of this is making any sense, so we decide to pull in and I'll have a closer look. These aren't water points, but pylons used to deliver power to long-term mooring spaces. After another look at the map, we realize the water points and other facilities are in Thrupp, a tiny, cute little village on the canal. There are even a score of gongoozlers enjoying the sunny April day. So this is what a water point looks like.
Okay. Now. Wait, that must not be the way. That must be the way. I'm gonna go check this. Sounds like there's water going in there.
I chatted with some of the gongoozlers as I cruised by earlier, so naturally I have to say goodbye.
I may come back and get you for witnesses later. Okay, so what we didn't record, and when do you have to be my witness on this, is we came around a sharp corner. It's the water point on the Oxford Canal just above Thrupp. And I'm sure it could be done better. But for our level of, this is the second day on the narrowboat, I'm pretty impressed. And unfortunately, it wasn't captured on camera because all the GoPros and everything switched off because it's too hot right now. But you'll have to take our word for it because I won't be able to reenact it. So.
You did really good, baby.
Thank you, honey.
You got, like, they were clapping. It was ovations for you.
Only because I made him feel guilty.
I mean, you had a whole line of people watching.
Yeah. So now we filled up with water and we recorded a little bit of it, but quite frankly, it's one of those new things that was the first time we've done water. And we're basically, we just have to focus on the matter at hand, right?
Are we level? Is our boat level again?
Yeah, so why don't you explain what you're talking about? Because that's a really good thing that not a lot of people know about unless you're in narrowboats, but if you look at, once you know this, you can't unsee it. So why don't you tell everybody that?
Oh, so as you use water and there's less water in your tank, then your boat no longer sits in the water level. In the case of our boat, the tip goes up a bit. Or the bow. So Lawrence noticed it yesterday. So we knew we had to get water. And now we're level again.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. If you get a room full of narrowboaters, you'll know they're narrowboaters because they're all hanging out near the water. Because you spend your life going from water point to water point. And even if you don't necessarily need the water acts as a ballast, and the tank is at the bow. So consequently, the more you use your water, the more the bow goes up, and what that does is that causes the engine to go in deeper into the water, and the way canals work, it's just less efficient. It doesn't work as well. So even if you don't need the water, you need to go grab some to get some ballast, because the guy who gave us our orientation, Michael, and if you ever want to rent an narrowboat, you should go to College Cruisers. They're awesome. And if you're lucky enough to get Michael for your orientation, you're cooking with gas. He was like, listen, you won't use all the water that's in this boat because it's big enough for 8 people, but you'll want it because it won't be as much fun to drive without that extra ballast. So anyway, so if you're ever watching Canals and you see a narrowboat with the bow pointing up, they need water. Should we tell our big secret now?
Sure.
Why don't you come stand right here in front of me so they can see you? So the big secret is this. Go ahead and tell them, babe.
We are on an experimental voyage because we intend to retire on a narrowboat. We are hoping to do that in the next few years. And we do want to build from scratch so that we can customize. Plus we want to go electric as well. But we wanted to make sure that we could actually live on a narrowboat, and we wanted to make sure that we didn't kill each other.
Boom, there you go. We were like, sounds good on paper, and we'll go into this at a later date, but we sort of, this dream, this retirement goal started at COVID, like it has done for a lot of people that moved to narrowboats, I think. And we're well along, like we sort of had a great idea of what it would be like, but we're like, maybe you should actually try it.
We are discovering that although there's a lot of free moorings along the way, that not all are inhabitable.
We made it to Bridge 220, and we were told by Michael to moor right after that, and it's really beautiful. It's got some nice curves and everything. But every time we tried to pull over, we basically got stuck on whatever, silt, or it was silt on one, I think it was a rock on another. It was just, we could not get close enough to shore. And it was a little trying. Between that and Wendy trying to jump in between the
The stinging nettle
the stinging
bushes.
nettle bushes.
And also, it's hard to tell where there is actually water versus land because it's eroded away. So there was a good chance, if there's too much overgrowth, that I would have actually ended up in water and actually not on land.
Yeah, so we're here though. We went past and we found, actually, I don't know if you can see it behind us right there. Yeah, see there's a bridge that's permanently open.
Yay! One less piece of work to do.
And right after, so in the Narrowboat world and canals, they set aside a little piece of the towpath before and after bridges and locks that you have to do. So solo boaters can park up and do everything and then push through. So we moored up at the very end of the Armco of the lock area. And actually, don't tell anyone. We're a lot further than the person on the other side who basically made us crash into the bridge because they're so close to the bridge. But we're not going to complain. But we ended up with this beautiful view. I mean, and there's nothing, no trains.
Although we slept through the trains yesterday, we were so tired.
So
And
yeah.
we're in shade.
Yes, and we're in shade because we don't have solar, so it doesn't matter, right?
And it's England's going through a heat wave right now. It's in the mid to high 80s.
Right.
Which we don't want to complain because the sky is beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's a little warm.
Yeah. So anyway, we're here, settle in, and we'll probably put the drone up, have a look around, and then tomorrow we have a big adventure.
An adventure.
An adventure.
Needless to say, the rest of our Oxford cruise was quite the adventure. If you'd like to watch the original episode, you can watch it and all the rest of our adventures on the Oxford Canal link below. The very next video we'll be releasing is the start of our time on the picturesque Llangollen Canal. As beautiful as it is challenging. And please, let us know what you think about this video. Were our mistakes terrible? Did you see how many we made? If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more Narrowboat adventures. If you ring the bell, you'll be alerted as soon as a new video is released. Until next time, my friend, travel well and be safe.